right, let's do this. So hang on. Let's do this. I forgot the debate was tonight. Oh, let me go ahead and throw in the link. There y'all go. Hey, peace, love, smiles. How are you? I just realized it was a debate. I was watching a little bit of it. I don't think Vance did too badly. And the little bit I saw, I don't really think Walt did that badly either. I don't know him very well, but I don't know. It seemed okay. It seemed better than Stop. You supposed to be in trivia. What, are you already addicted to the Panoverse? See, my lost boys were correct. You are going to become one of us. Many Spurgs succumb. Well, how did it go? I'm excited to hear all about it, especially from the dating perspective. Oh, okay. Yeah, but even at 3 hours ahead, I thought you'd still be out and about. I haven't seen any. Oh, right, yeah. That's another reason I ignore it. I'll get the highlights, I'm sure, by tomorrow morning. I don't know. We watched some of the debates live on here, and they were okay, but I'd rather just do panels. There's plenty of other channels that stream the debates and the rallies. So let me see if there's anything I have for you on Twitter. Other than all the Israel stuff that's kind of dominating the news. Nope, don't see much. Let me check it with the Jerusalem Post. Maybe that'll tell us some stuff. And hang on, let me get my troll guard. We have a guest. Good evening.
Hello.
Hello, is that you?
Yeah, how's it going, man?
Hey, how are you?
Pretty good. I was watching some of that Vance and Walls fucking debate, and I don't know, man. This is just it's a shit show.
How much of it did you see? I caught about 5 minutes, 5 or 10 minutes of it.
Well, I was watching some of it on Lift the Veil channel, and he had his streaming problems, so I just went off of his thing and saw you were live, and just figured, well, maybe I should hop on and say hi.
Oh, okay. So you just got off of watching it.
Yeah, Walls, I mean, I don't mean to be a word Nazi, but he said nuclear twice.
He's what?
He said the word nuclear. It's not a
Like Bush
non-word.
used to?
Yeah,
Nuclear?
yeah,
Wait,
I thought
nuclear? Nuclear?
yeah, I thought you
How do
couldn't
you say it? Nuclear.
yeah,
Because it's nucleus. And he
it's
would say nuclear. Nuclear.
it's spelled Nuclear, nuclear.
Nuclear.
It's not nuclear, like fucking Bill and Ted's
Nuclear.
Excellent Adventure, right? Nuclear.
It's his Vermont, his Yale dialect. His Connecticut dialect, wherever they're from. Let's see, folks. Let's see. We lost. Joe? I don't believe you lost trivia. Yikes. um, Folks, they're closer to my age. Bourgeois hipster. Well, they were smart. Smart hipsters. Smart and high strung and bougie.
Hmm.
Yeah, I don't like airs either. Pretension. That's one thing I hate about Seattle. People spend more energy trying to be pretentious than just being genuine with each other. It's a lot easier for me to be authentic than to keep a bunch of pretension going.
Man, I could use some coffee.
Go get some. Go make some. You have
Mm,
any?
well, yeah, but it's very old. I mean, it's just like
Oh,
years old.
oh, does coffee go bad? I think
I don't know, man. Like, cause
years seems like a lot.
it's kind of stale because it's been open. The bag's been open.
Oh,
And I think it's probably gonna be not too good.
yeah, you're not gonna enjoy that probably.
Yeah, and plus the machine is disgustingly overused and not cleaned enough. And
Hmm.
but whatever. I mean, I've got the well. I don't have any more of those left. I had some Bold House Farms mocha cappuccino cold drinks. They're pretty good. They got protein, soy protein. So like, I don't know. What are you thinking about with the whole upcoming election?
I'm good. We vote by mail here, so I'm gonna get my ballot. I'm gonna fill it out. I'm gonna put it in the mail, and I'm not expecting much. I think Congress will probably win. Maybe there'll be some local races or some state races or some ballot initiatives that I could maybe influence with my vote. But um, I'm not thinking much about the election.
Yeah, I mean, it's just like what's there to think about it? Whatever fucking bomb drops, it drops.
Yeah, I think it's gonna be. I don't know. I'm not. I'm I am arranging my life to where I don't have to depend on what the government does the next 4 years. It's gonna be separate from that. It's already out there. What is? Oh, yeah. Yeah. That's what I was gonna say too. They like it's whether I clip it out or not. It's already out there. I didn't even notice it today. So, hey, Tommy.
Which Tommy?
Um, the cool Tommy.
Okay.
Not that the other one's not cool, but
Yeah,
they're all cool in their own way.
yeah.
The toxic Tommy. The other
Toxic.
toxic Tommy.
Yeah, I know who that is. Toxic Tommy. Like,
The one with the cool Satan emoticons in his name.
yeah, uh, he's the one, this pretty emaciated 40 something guy.
Oh, well, that's. Oh, you're talking about the other Tommy. You're talking about Illuma Tommy.
Yeah, yeah,
This is
yeah.
a different Tommy. Yes.
Okay, so there's like lots of Tommies.
Peace, love, smiles. This is in a place called Real Life. It has actual buildings and people go inside of them all together at the same time and they interact. It was a actual trivia where he lives that he went with some friends and we were like kind of keeping an eye on the dating prospect or the like meeting girl prospects potential of it. ICB, quit it. This is you got to pay me for this shit. If you want to come in here and confront Mike, that's $100. You can get an hour of drama court, but you're not getting it for free.
Yeah,
No, they're not crashing. I just put them on timeout.
capitalize on their
They're
hatred.
stealing my money. That's shoplifting. And I'm going to have a security team of demon trolls that's going to throw their ass out every time they try to steal some drama
Oh
without paying for it.
shit, that's funny. Yeah, dude. Fucking
But
makes
tonight, I'm the head. Antlers in charge.
the antlers are yeah, you got the antlers, dude.
Yeah,
You're
don't mess with the horn. What is it? You don't mess with the deer. You get the horns.
yeah. Said the big for the deer. The bull. But like yeah, the deer. I guess the deer is the same. You wouldn't want to fuck with a deer with a 10-point fucking headpiece. Shit. Yeah, man. We got lot.
They do have YouTube trivia. In fact, Traveling Fools does trivia quite often. I'll drop his channel. He does YouTube trivia.
Trivia about what? There's
Uh,
a lot
just
of YouTube.
different stuff. It's always about random stuff.
Just like popular random stuff.
I've never watched it. I've never been. I don't know. But with trivia, I'm assuming it's a grab bag of random questions. Like I never think it's a certain kind of trivia.
Hmm. Man, there's some crazy motherfuckers on YouTube like that just eat like fucking pigs for like these competitions. This one guy somehow manages to stay in perfect shape and he'll eat like tons. Oh my god, dude, like pounds and pounds of food.
There
And
was a was it Big Brother or Survivor? One of those shows. He was a he was a little Asian guy, but he was a competitive eater in like real
yeah,
life when he wasn't on the island. And they showed clips. He won all these food competitions. He ate these massive amounts of food at all these competitions. He was like a professional eater. That was his career. He made
did
money
he
doing it. He
did he
won
do the
championships, and he was this little Asian kid.
did he do the hot dog channel and challenge?
He may have. I didn't even really know there was such a thing.
Oh
And then they
god.
showed his background. They showed all the clips of him winning these competitions, but I didn't really pay attention. I think this was the Australian version.
Yeah, there's this guy on YouTube that's a phenomenon. His name is LA Beast, but I don't know. That's not his channel name. I forget his channel name, but he goes by LA Beast, and he's really popular. He's got over 1 million subscribers now, and he eats some of the craziest shit. He ate an elk penis, man. He was trying to. It was just too tough to gnaw on, and they're allowing this on YouTube. Oh God.
They've allowed penises on YouTube before. I'm led to
I mean,
believe
like he
yes.
got all this food, this crazy food from the Asian store, and he brought all these packages back with him. Fucking made a video of it. And it's like, oh my god, I don't think I could watch that again. L.A. Beast eats elk penis. That's
Yeah, I long for the days of the National Enquirer and the Weekly World News, and that was as cringe and shock as it got.
yeah. Now, like the sky's the limit, and he ate fucking some animal brains that came from
My
this.
friends, growing up, my sister had a friend, and we'd go over to her house. And one day, her dad was frying cow brains in the house, and like the Fry Daddy,
Yeah, it was
and it
cow.
smelled so bad. I had to stay outside. We had to play outside. I couldn't even be in their house. It
Oh
smelled
my
so bad. And
god.
then when it was done, like the little girl went around the counter and she like grabbed a handful. Was like, "Ooh, cow,
Whoa!
thank you,
Oh
Daddy." And
my god!
I know we're Cajun, but
Oh,
still,
dude, that I didn't realize brains was in the. I knew about beef heart, like uh this one
they were
accordion
frying
going.
cow brains like it was shrimp or
Oh my
potatoes.
god, Jesus, Mary and Joseph. Well, I
I
guess
just
I.
remember it stank. I remember the smell. I could still smell it. It stank so bad. My
Oh yeah.
stomach. It was
Oh
causing me nausea.
god. Oh, oh man, just thinking about that.
We
Ah,
can if y'all know of like a site or something, we can do trivia tonight if y'all want to come up. I just don't know where to pull the questions from. And I'm sure I could get the AI to. In fact, why don't I do that? And eventually, the AI, once it indexes the panelverse, we could have panel trivia. Can you give me some trivia questions?
I had some boudin. How do you pronounce that? Boudin,
They
boudin.
have it there.
Well, that and down in Louisiana at Mark's shop, Mark Savoy, on
Oh
Saturday
right, yeah.
when everybody was drinking beers at like 6 in the morning. But like that was the first time I ever ate it, and it tasted like stomach acid. But the thing that saved it for me was it was extremely fucking spicy.
Oh, did it have liver in it?
I don't know exactly what was in there, but it's tasted like stomach acid. Maybe it was the casing or something. Because could have been made of intestine. Ugh. Thinking back to that, I'll never forget that. Like I ate it because I was so hungry. I didn't eat anything. Like it was the night before I was down in New Orleans watching the Lost Bayou Ramblers, getting up like 5:30 in the morning to go to the shop, and I didn't want to miss that.
I asked the AI for some trivia questions, and this is the level it's given me. What is the capital city of Australia? Like, come
Mm,
on, guys. Maybe I can ask for philosophy trivia or something. Do you have some
is it
or political
Melbourne?
trivia?
I could be wrong, but is it Melbourne?
Is it? Is it? Is it?
They're kind of like they
I
got
want to say Sydney because it's the biggest, but I'm also thinking for some
yeah.
reason Canberra, and then like now that you mentioned Melbourne, that one stuck in my head too. Which one seems like it would be the administrative city? Is it for some reason Canberra is sticking in my head?
Yeah, Sydney sounds like I heard a lot more about Sydney through the years. Just that
I'm
it
gonna
was
check. Let
more
me check,
mentioned.
fact check myself.
Yeah, I'm interested now.
Canberra. Oh,
Oh, you got it?
I did.
All right, man.
No, I just looked it up.
All right. I didn't even I've never heard that name.
Oh, thank you, AI. I'm winning at AI trade. I'm playing the AI. I'm playing against myself basically in the AI. Um, God, even their philosophy questions are easy. Who is the Greek philosopher often credited with being the father of philosophy?
Socrates, is that
Well, yeah, yeah, it could be Socrates or Plato, but
Plato, Socrates?
um,
Yeah.
Plato was written. Socrates, even though there were philosophers that preceded Socrates.
Hmm. I don't know the timelines.
Who? Hey, here's one for you, Joe. Who wrote the philosophical work Meditations? Doo-doo-doo-doo.
Mm-mm-mm.
Yeah, I'm not happy with these questions they're giving.
Yeah, it sounds like it's got to be lame. I wonder if there's any
Billy Bob Aurelius.
Billy Bob O'Reilly.
Yeah, let's see. Cogitations, constipations. More
Constipation.
like it on here. Melbourne. Oh, okay. I don't know how I got that one. I honestly don't. I know nothing. Maybe they don't even mention it on Australian Survivor, and I watched plenty of that, so I know it wasn't from that. Probably just my brain absorbed it. Hey, is that you?
Yo, yo.
A little
Yes,
bit more.
it is me, not a
What's the code
robot.
word? Okay, because
Uh,
these trolls are clever lately.
what's up, Spike?
What's up, B-More? How you doing,
Oh
bro?
yeah, you were just doing a show. I was listening to some of the tunes.
Oh, cool.
If y'all like music, Spike that here, I'm gonna put his channel. He does good music streams where he just plays chill tunes.
Yeah, man, I'll sub to your channel. You putting on the chat? Yeah, there you go.
There y'all go.
Yeah, B-More hopped on my panel the other day. That was cool.
Oh, cool.
I think I vaguely remembered. I get on so many panels. It's just
You
like
just hop around. You just like see who's on now, and you hop
yeah,
on.
I try to find things to do, and that's something to do.
Cause it's different for people that don't have channels. Cause y'all are like depending on somebody streaming, to see where y'all could hang out. And for us, it's like who's streaming. So if we stream, we won't be competing with their audience.
Yeah, I usually don't stream when you're streaming because we share a lot of the same peoples.
Who's the band on the opening spike?
Oh, today?
Oh no! I clicked on your channel. I was wondering who the band was on the opener your the opening video.
Oh, I don't know.
Hey, Daniel Barry.
Sounded like it might have been metal. I didn't get let it go that far because I didn't want you guys to hear the sound because it probably I don't know if it'd be loud or not.
It may have been one of my songs, or it could have.
Yeah, you do music. That's cool, man. Do you have a band or you just do your solo or?
I used to work with a band, but since the COVID days, I've been doing most of my own stuff.
Oh yeah, man. COVID totally turned things around for me, man. And no more busking down in Fells Point. That's all gone.
Hey, Be More, I was actually talking to a friend of mine just based on the conversation we were having about eating habits, your eating habits.
Yeah,
And
yeah, I vaguely remember that. Yeah, okay.
yeah, we were talking about like beans and chili and just different things that you can order in.
Yeah,
And
yeah,
unsolicited, but she was saying that she stays away from most cooking oils. She only uses avocado and coconut oil because of her
yeah. I've
stuff.
heard so much bad things about so many seed oils that are like it's like horrifying. Like some of it is used in like stuff that is chemically bad.
Yeah, like flaxseed is tough because you never know where the source is for flax. She was, I mean, not that I know, but she was saying she stays away from flaxseed. I know that a lot of people think it's better, but for her, maybe she's not getting the right brands. But she insisted on coconut oil. I just wanted to pass it on to you. I don't know anything. I'm just a messenger.
I, you know what's weird about that? I heard somebody saying that coconut oil was good to clean your teeth with. I'm thinking, what?
Yeah, coconut. Yeah, I heard it. There's lots of things you can do with coconut oil.
That's
I've heard that.
amazing. That's pretty amazing. And I love coconut, man. I love it. I love it.
Yeah, I do too. I used to use a lot of extra virgin olive oil when I was a vegan.
Oh, I love Evo. Make sure I read it. Yeah, that's
The imported
Nowadays,
one from Italy, the not the American versions.
yeah, there's a lot of fakeries. There's a lot of fakers out there with that stuff. With the extra virgin, they claim, but it's not. It's just crap. I don't know if the grocery store has actually real extra virgin olive oil at this
They
point.
should like the. I remember the Pompeii brand. I think it was one. It's in the They usually have a whole olive oil section, and they have the imported ones from Italy that you could usually find at about the same price as some of the American brands.
Yeah, I gotta find some of that, dude. Heck yes.
Hey Nova, I like the little. Yeah, I'm well. How are you?
Nova.
We're just hanging out. I'm
Chilling like
doing the
billions.
evening pan. I forgot that debate was on, so I said, "Oh well, let me open a panel."
I'll just go back and watch the other part when later on. It's no big deal to me. Just like whatever. I mean, like, granted, my friend was streaming it, but then he had problems with it, so I said, "Well, I'm done." Came over here. That's the beauty of YouTube, man. There's options. Like some options sometimes.
I think there's plenty of there's more options than probably we've ever had at any other time
Absolutely.
in history. So if people like complaining is now an option because there's so many other options you could just go explore if one option is not right for you.
I think didn't it grow during the whole start of 2020. It was like really like sprouted.
Yeah, that's what I mean. I've always known about YouTube and that people did individual channels, but I
Yeah, I knew
didn't
that,
really
but
know of it
it's
as
streaming and
an interactive form of social media until 2020. That's kind of when I started discovering panels and
well, it's
stuff.
been. I think it's been like this. I think they've had options to do this kind of stuff on YouTube. I don't know if they could incorporate StreamYard early on, but they did the panels on YouTube. Like
Yeah,
I
we
remember,
used to do them with Zoom. I was doing it with Zoom for the
yeah,
first 3 or 4
okay,
years
so
until I
that
discovered
yeah,
StreamYard, and that kicked it up to the next level because it made it so much easier. It was so hard coaxing guests on with a Zoom link because you'd have to send them the link. They would have to have Zoom. They would have to open up Zoom. It was so much easier to just have random people click one link.
yeah,
A lot of times you'd have to schedule in advance just to have guests because they'd have to coordinate. Like it wasn't a drop-in thing with Zoom.
Did you ever Zoom from your phone? Was that an option?
I did every now and then, like when I was out and about, and because I used to run a 24-hour Zoom during COVID, and every now and then I'd have to check in when I wasn't at home, and I'd use my phone for that. But it wasn't a smooth experience for me, and you couldn't see all the people.
I think that I know you use a computer, so do I. A lot of people do, but I think there's a huge group of people that use phones for any type of social media interaction. So
Mm.
trying to go from one app to the next or one site to the next is so difficult.
yeah, dude.
I don't know how they're doing it. They're amazing to me. If that's the wave of the future, that's some amazing humans because I don't know how they're doing everything on a phone. People edit videos on phones and Photoshop, and sometimes in Discord, we'll be watching movies and they'll be watching on their phone. So like all the binge watching we do, it's being done on a phone.
It's such a small screen, though, man. How's that? How do people's eyes
I
deal
know
with that kind of
I
shit?
guess it's still immersive enough to fool the brain or to draw in the brain.
Well, drawing the brain and ruin the vision.
Mm.
I don't know,
I
man.
don't know. I couldn't do it on my phone. But yeah, the phone is becoming the device. That's why people are going vertical and TikTok is like what all the kids are using now. People are getting adjusted to this little
Oh yeah,
visual real estate.
the boomer generation that I know cannot stand the vertical style.
Can't stand it. I tried
Like
it once. I hated it. I watched Midbro Life Logic do it. Hate it looked horrible.
Oh
yeah,
yeah, the vertical, like all the screen is like in the
But
middle.
apparently, like it feeds it into the shorts or something, and then more people can find your channel. Like the algorithm
Yeah,
get.
I can see what with shorts,
But
but
it's
like
just not
for
worth it
whole
for me.
shows, that's just kind of stupid. I don't know. I just don't like it.
Yeah, technology is. I'm gonna do my best with how my natural way of doing things fits in with the existing technology, and once that reaches a limit, then I'll just find something else to do.
Yeah. Hey Jeff, did I ever show you the uh this is no copyright. This is a song I wrote and I played a gig. Did I ever show you that? It was back in the punk days.
Well, you showed me several things. I'm not sure. Well, you
Um,
could drop it in the back, and I'll take a look.
yeah, I'll grab it. My sister videotaped that on a uh, regular video camera. What was before digital? This was like 96 or 5, something like that. I wish I could find my mouse. I'm gonna mute this. I gotta find my mouse. You guys
Oh
go.
yeah, sure. Go ahead. Well, what you doing? What you have going, Spike?
just playing some music and
Are you still streaming?
no, 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 no.
Oh, oh, it looks like Flo is live. Flo is back, everybody. If as my audience all runs off to him now, I should have kept my mouth shut. Let's see. Machine is on. Um, Hank is doing some kind of stream today of a Discord debate, and I have to say, it's one of the more interesting streams of the week. Whoever these debaters are in Discord, it's all about gender and like as a social construct versus biological reality. It was very interesting, and I think it was just complex enough and just simplified enough for the average person to be able to like really dig into it. In fact, I'm gonna drop it.
Hank is hilarious.
He's an interesting cat. He's come a long way.
I feel like
I
even in like the 4 months or so, or like I caught him like the first few times I came to your channel. I think the first time I was on panel with him, I said, "I ain't gonna mess with you, bro. You're brutal." And he's like, "Heck yes, I am."
He
But
is. He's troll slayer. He's taken down some of the bigger name trolls.
All right, so I dropped it in the back. It's like I'm taping my video screen, and this is just VHS turned to a digital format, and
Um,
so it's like but like
it
yeah,
didn't show up for some reason. I'm getting Spike's channel instead.
uh, what happened?
You probably copied the wrong link.
Oh crap! What did I do? Oh crap! Shit! My bad. Yeah, so I made up this song after I broke up with my first
Oh,
girlfriend.
it's an original. It's one you wrote.
Yeah, I broke
Oh
up with
yeah, I'd love to
my,
hear it.
my very first girlfriend. It's like at the end of I kind of show my displeasure.
Well,
Oh
as long as it won't get my stream
no,
struck.
no, you
There's
can barely understand what I'm saying. It's
people
so
have
like,
very
no,
wide ideas of what
it,
displeasure is, how to show displeasure
it's
lately.
not like
This is you singing?
I'm, I don't know what part you're at. I mean, is it me singing?
It's a lot of screaming.
Yeah, there's a lot of punk rockers, like all
Yeah,
very.
it's a lot of punk rockers. I can't. Oh God, some of them look like I think we shopped at the same punk rock store.
I'm
I'm trying to figure out which one's you
the one playing the guitar and singing.
with the white shirt,
I think I'm wearing a brown
a
button-up.
cramps shirt.
No, that's the bass player.
Oh, okay.
That's Jeremy. Um,
Oh,
I'm,
just a brown shirt, like with
yeah,
short sleeves. Okay.
and I'm doing.
I'm gonna tell you, it's very lo-fi. It's very noisy.
It is very
It's
noisy.
very
Like,
raucous. But we'll
yeah,
take a look. It's a few minutes, so
yeah. It's
if you're not into punk and Gen X energy, just this is a good intermission.
Okay, this next one's the one we're going to play off our old album under the name The Used. Alright, 3 strings go through 1.
Where is this? Baltimore.
And Jim's going to be singing this one. It's called I Went to a Girl, Dave, you ready?
That's he with the red guitar.
yeah, right.
Where was that? how long ago was this?
1996.
Oh wow. I was still in college. Yeah. Damn, look at this. Ah.
His past, you know,
Oh my god, this takes me back.
yeah.
Did you rip the sleeves off or did it come like that?
I came with that. It's a
Look at
bouncing
that.
face.
Yeah, the little pop pop.
He was a great bass player.
We were so dumb and we had so much fun doing it. Oh gosh, my satanic monastery is gonna have a monastery. Did I see alien antennas? Probably. Oh my god, these are my people. I can feel the emotion of breaking up with them. Take that, Nancy. Oh, that was
Very
good.
cool.
Thank you. I
Those were
enjoyed
the
that.
days. Yeah, dude, I wrote that about this girl that like cheated on me, but like fucking, that's a young teenage girl, so what.
Oh yeah, Mr. B and Joe, y'all. Mr. B, on you are you on Discord? Joe wants to hook up with you about collaborating on stocks or something. That's what he was talking about when the power went out. That's the other thing. When he was in the middle of saying, "Oh yeah, we should collaborate," and then the power went out, and so I was supposed to remind him of that.
That show looked like a show I've been to 50 times as a kid.
Right?
Yeah, we
Yeah.
used to have those in my little town. They'd like rent out these, I don't know, these like
VFW,
halls that you
VFW
could
Hall.
rent, just
Yeah,
empty buildings, really, and
yeah,
do little punk shows,
VFW
like
Halls.
kind of like pop up clubs for the night.
The actually where we were playing was called Carney Rod and Gun Club, and that's just some sort of men's club of some sort. But they rented out the little space for us to play in, and the base, wherever. I don't know if it had an upper. I think it's just went down to a basement area, kind of.
Yeah, there is a place called The Smell out here in North Hollywood, and it was like a cafe that had been baking it out, and it
Mm.
was just this very long, like old coffee house. It was just the weirdest thing. Like you can practically touch wall to wall when you're standing there, but it was very long, so it would have the craziest little mosh pits because everybody's already so crammed together.
Oh yeah, yeah. It's like sardines jumping all up and down and like kind of like melding into a big
Where
like
is do they still have that energy, or was that just a youth energy?
dude. Like I don't see it in this in the current generations. I don't see that kind of
No, I
energy.
don't either. Are there any of us left that still have it?
Well, the Circle Jerks, they're still playing. The fucking Murphy's Law still
Oh
playing.
yeah, all my old bands are still. The Pixies are about to come out with a new album,
Yeah.
and
Oh, dude,
Thurston Moore just came out with one.
have you heard?
Swans are already working on another one.
Have you heard the Pixies do the song "Que Sera Sera"?
Yeah, they did a cover of it.
It's really kind of different from what I'm used to from hearing Pixies.
The
But
Doris Day
yeah, I
version.
heard them doing that. That they did it for the opening song of this show called From FRMOM. A weird fucking show, but like yeah, the Pixies. I wasn't way too into them, but I kind of liked them.
They were like the defining indie band of my generation.
Yeah, they're a
I
little.
would say even more than Nirvana. Nirvana came at the end of all that.
Yeah, I was up and down with Nirvana and the Mudhoney, all that stuff. Um, I didn't, I could take it or leave it. I just really like the hardcore punk rock, man. That was my shit.
You needed earplugs, but as a non-punk rocker, I mean, I was cool with it. Yeah, I was cool with it, but I was more into rap music. But those parties, those shows were always the best vibes. They were
The
Uh,
loud.
punk, the
oh,
punk ones.
fucking loud as shit, man. And I should have wore earplugs back then. I think I damaged my right ear that had damage already from tubes when I had
Spike,
tubes in my
what
ears.
was your journey into music? Like, what little scene did you get into? Who were the artists that drew you
Well,
in?
I was.
What bands?
Um, well, I mean, I have an interesting because basically since the day I could walk, I was already surrounded by such great music because both my parents were in the industry.
Oh,
So I love, I mean, honestly, I think the golden oldies is the era that I identify with, but I grew up into hip hop and rap music. That was my thing as a teen.
Like Run DMC Beastie Boys type or Public
Beastie Boys is
Enemy?
the only band I've ever followed as far as traveling from city to city.
Which one?
Wow, dude. Yeah,
I love Beastie
that's
Boys.
Oh,
that's old school, man.
1986. That was
But
the year.
yeah, and these guys are all obviously older than me, but I looked up to them as far as sort of my mentors. My flavor a little bit was probably inspired by like the third Check Your Head album. I think that was 1990 something by the Beastie Boys. But it's evolved quite a bit over the years. I got into a lot of live band stuff, so um but no matter what, I think every decade, I think I look back at the 50s and 60s as the best era of music as far as what I identify with.
Yeah, my brother is all about rockabilly, 50s rockabilly music and like fucking western swing and all that stuff. 50s and 60s. My little bro.
Lyric writing was just well, especially the 50s was a little bit more ballads, a little bit more poems to music, but the 60s was a little bit more like journalism to music, in my opinion.
Hmm.
Especially rock and roll that was being invented, being created in the wartime eras.
Yeah, kind
Well,
of like
like the 50s rock and roll or the Vietnam?
60s.
Yeah,
What?
that
Oh, like the late 60s, early 70s, the classic
yeah,
rock.
some of
Yeah.
that. Um,
Yeah, that's where it all got good. That's where rock started to get good.
but whenever I go to Las Vegas, I don't want to listen to Jay-Z, and I don't want to hear that. Like I have this feeling that when I'm in Vegas, I want to hear 50s music, I want to hear Elvis. Like when
Oh,
I'm in a casino and I'm listening to like hip hop from 2008, it doesn't feel right. Like I feel
yeah.
like
I agree. What casinos are playing that?
oh, and
Are you
any
hanging out downtown?
I love downtown, but I remember when I was at Caesar's Palace, I was listening. They were playing Usher the whole time, and I was I
Oh,
just
wow. Like on the gambling floor?
yeah. I'm like,
That
no,
is
we
a
need
little
some
weird.
Dean Martin in here, some Frank Sinatra, you know.
Yeah. I like all kinds of music. I mean, it took me a while. For a while, I could listen to nothing but ska music, and for a while, punk music, and then Irish like Pogues. I don't
Pogues.
know.
That's what I'm about to say.
Yeah, the Pogues, and that's what got me into the Cajun. But that's not exactly true because I saw the movie Southern Comfort, which is kind of like the Cajun Deliverance. And I saw this dude playing a Cajun box, and I was just like,
The
my
Cajun
God,
box.
that thing is so. It sounds like it's like a dog growling to bite your balls kind of thing.
I love my people.
Yeah, dude, I love that accordion, that style. I mean, like polka can just kiss my balls. So can Italian accordion music, all that kind of European shit, Euro trash accordion music. I don't mean to down it. I'm not trying to do that. Actually, I kind of am, but
Let's just run with it. Let
There's
it
a
yeah.
out.
huge polka community that's not going to come to Gen X Jeff anymore because of that, Buster.
No, but like, I just, I don't even typically like Cajun singers because I can't understand. Well, I can understand some of the words and terminology and
We
stuff.
holler because we holler, and
Well,
it's like it's a weird dialect of French. It's
yeah, I
like a
mean,
17th, 18th century French dialect.
and I never learned to speak it, and like a lot of people are like, why aren't you learning Cajun French? Like, when I go to like Augusta Heritage Center for Cajun Week, when a bunch of Cajuns come up and Creoles come up from Louisiana to this place in the mountains. It's this place called Davis and Elkins College, and it's in the mountains, and they have swing week, blues week, Cajun week, Cajun Zydeco week. So I'd go that week, and my God, that was like some of the best times of my life, dude.
Yeah,
I,
that sounds fun.
I met Wilson when he was like probably like 17 years old. Wilson Savoy.
Oh, they all went up there.
Yeah, uh, Cedric Watson, Jean Bertrand, um, a whole bunch of different guys. Mitch Reed. So
You know, what's
many.
funny is you're saying, so I don't speak Spanish very well, but I'm in Southern California, so I've learned it a little bit all my life.
Mhm.
But I was talking to an ex of mine years ago because I would like listening to like music from Mexico, from South America. And I think the blessing was I had no idea what they were singing about. So I'd be listening to just these sounds and just getting a vibe from it. But she would laugh at me because she spoke Spanish. And I'd be like grooving the songs with the lyrics, were corny. Loving it because I had no idea.
I love that. Music is a universal language.
Absolutely.
That's another thing I don't I like I think millennials don't get about our generation. We were such a music-based generation, and that was so cross-cultural. So I think they're projecting a way of seeing the world in group identities that just was not relevant to this kind of musical way of connecting with people.
Absolutely. I mean, like if if these neo like DEI motherfuckers would like like total left wing would look at what left wing punk rock was like at one time, they would be appalled. And like especially like just like a lot of male chauvinism going on, and like
Yeah, but you had that even with like the Rolling Stones and
oh
60s rock
yeah,
and roll,
totally,
even
like
50s.
punk rock was like a total fucking real music scene and like a landmark of music. It's a lot of noise to people, but like I grew up with it when I was a kid, so listening to it on a Walkman with a tape.
Yeah, you make me want to go listen to punk the rest all night.
I want to go back in time, man, just for a
You
minute.
can, it's all memory anyway. You just travel back to your memories.
Yeah, I mean the long term is not shot yet. My short term is really fucked, but
Uh,
long term is really good.
yeah, some of that's just the AGE, because I'm getting some short term
Yeah, I mean like
wear and tear myself.
I think like with the MS, I think the short term is kind of fucked up. But then again, I smoke cannabis every day, so that's kind of
And
mucks with
and the other thing is that the panelverse itself, there is no. It's like a casino. There's no sense of time. And if you
right.
spend 8 hours a day in the panel, time starts
Yeah,
to lose meaning.
yeah, it just kind of like
It's
gels.
just one eternal moment.
Yeah, like one blob of yeah
Yeah.
screaming, and it's kind of neat to see people going like 7 to 10 hours that like. But like real conversations and not a bunch of people yelling at each other or just making
Yeah,
fun of
it's
each
like
other.
the world, the global Denny's that's just
Yeah.
open 24 hours and random people just come and hang out.
Yeah, it's kind of like a bar, but like for me, it's like a non-alcoholic bar at this point.
Well, nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, I mean, I, I've really, I gotta tell you, man, paneling has helped me get out of alcohol. I gotta tell you, but so has MS because that holds the fucking ball and chain, man. It really fucks me up, like, like neurologically all week long, even more than I've already got. So what am I gonna do? I gotta do something. So I eat a lot of fucking ice cream and get on panels, and I stay at 125 pounds. How can you?
That doesn't sound like too
Sounds
bad
crazy, right?
of a way of Way to live. Ice
Do
cream and
you
panels.
to fatten up your ice cream? Do you ever put scoops of peanut butter in it?
Oh no, man!
Always
It's
do
not,
that.
dude. The fucking Ben and Jerry's is pure fat to begin with.
Right.
But I like crunchy peanut butter and crackers. I eat that a lot, and I've been eating a lot of raw eggs. A lot of raw eggs. I'll take what I
Like,
do. I
good.
take a shot. I take one egg, put it in the cup, and just take it down like a shot. Take another egg. I put some spice on it too, and then take it and take a shot of another egg. Like tonight before earlier on, I had 6 raw eggs. Just and it kind of it's kind of inspiring to see a lot of these competitive eaters do this crazy shit and get away with it, like
Yeah.
eating 50
LA
eggs, 50 raw eggs. I mean,
Don't they condition for that? Or
Yes.
they just do they just have
yeah,
like hearty stomachs?
yeah. I'm like that. Yeah, they definitely condition. They have to. I mean, because they die like the extent they go to. Man, I've been watching some of these competitive challenges online, and my God, like the amount of food they'll eat.
Yeah,
Like this,
they we were talking about that, Busker. I know the other day, but
yeah, dude, I've
LA
got
Beast.
fragmented memory. What were we talking about again? Was it
Well, LA Beast is
Oh
a guy,
yeah,
a guy
he
in
was walking
Puerto
on Legos. I saw the clip. I didn't watch the whole thing, but I saw part of it and had to turn it off because I was going to sleep.
Did you see the other day he posted a video of eating a 6 pound soft serve ice cream from Dairy Queen?
Oh yeah, man, I saw that, dude. Like that, he just like wolfed that motherfucker down.
That guy is that guy's nuts. So like I never did anything like that kind of stuff, but I was doing food challenge videos about 3 years ago, 4 years ago. So that's sort of how I got to know that community.
Wow,
I was
man.
I wasn't doing the mass amount challenges. I was doing like spicy challenges or
Yeah, yeah, yeah. What was
but
the hottest spice that you encountered?
I ate a million Scoville.
Oh man, yeah, that's pretty high.
The hottest that's about as hot as people get, but there's a few people out there that have done 4 million Scovilles.
Yeah, it goes way up.
What was the pepper for 1 million?
Um,
Or that could
the
be a
one
trivia
million was
question.
actually a combination of peppers. It
That have
was
Carolina Reaper involved and like
yeah, there was like 3 different peppers. Carolina Reaper is one of them.
yeah.
It was actually on a hot chicken sandwich. It was a hot chicken challenge.
Oh man, that
And I
sounds
shot a video, but those videos I took down maybe 2 years ago because unless you get the humor of it, I was wrecked. I mean, that 1 million Scoville, I was crying on camera. I
oh
was,
man, I want to see that, dude. You should re-up with me.
He's like, I
oh
want to
no,
see you
no,
cry.
not after meeting this sector. Heck
I mean,
no.
like it's just amazing to watch people eat this stuff.
Was it for entertainment? Like the whole time you were thinking, if I could suffer, but this is gonna make good content for people to
Oh yeah,
watch.
100%. It
Yeah,
wasn't.
Wow.
It was all because there's a little bit of class clown in me.
Oh, okay.
Um, it was all. I mean, because my main thing was music,
I
obviously.
didn't. That's the part I didn't detect. I think that's what's throwing me off.
The humor part.
Yeah, the class clown part. I didn't see you as.
Well, no, it's definitely under wraps these days. But in my younger years, I was a class clown a little bit. But but no, yeah. I mean, I make music, and I want people to take my music seriously. I focus on lyrics more than the music. Most of my
you're like a singer-songwriter type.
yeah, I've been writing songs and poems and short stories since I was a
Oh,
kid.
dude, is there any on your YouTube channel?
Well, there's a lot. There's a good handful of songs. Yeah.
Oh, cool. I'll check that out, brother. Yeah.
Yeah, check out Spike. His link is in the description.
Yeah,
Psychology of.
I,
Oh,
sub to him already. Yeah, definitely.
I'm already on it, MB. Mr. B. I'm gonna get the AI to help me with that. That's a great topic. I'll do it next stream.
Hey Jeff, I wanted to ask. I caught. I was asleep pretty late today. I slept till like 11, but I caught a little bit of your stream on a rewatch, and I saw Abe had mentioned he didn't have a wrench anymore, and I was wondering if I don't have a wrench, or can you also remove my wrench? I don't know yet. I haven't been on YouTube.
I did. I took most of the wrenches back because I need to
Okay, cool.
retool my
I
team.
wasn't sure, but I figured, I don't want to
I
keep
mean,
a
you
wrench.
can have one if you want. Like it doesn't hurt you to have a wrench. I don't mind if you want a wrench. I don't mind giving it back. I'm just looking to add mods that are going to very aggressively mod, and I realize that all of you are all friends with each other, and so you're probably not going to mod each other as
Well, no,
aggressively
that's
as I'm
actually
with.
a couple of days ago. I was actually, I think I got your email wrong on when I replied, but I was going to write you an email because it. I mean, I'm friends with kind of everybody. I'm not
Yeah, yeah.
unfriends with anyone really. I don't think, unless they don't like me. But no, a couple of days ago, I was I was doing a lot of modding, and I thought I was going by your rules. It's never personal if I ever. What I wasn't doing is wasn't blocking anyone, and I wasn't timing anyone out. I was removing their comments and letting you do that stuff.
Oh, okay.
And I was removing a lot of people. I mean, even my friends, because I
Oh,
don't think they would take it personal.
oh,
But I
okay.
wasn't timing them out because I figured if something's bad enough, you would do the timeouts and blocks. Yeah.
Well, now that we have drama court, the problem's solved because
Oh,
it's
do you?
more like who's trying to get free drama court
Mhm.
without paying for it and who's not, and that's a little easier, I think, to identify and moderate and even understand as an infraction. And so maybe using that framing would clear it up for
Yeah, I
people.
mean, I tell my YouTube friends even offline, I like rules. If there's as long if whether it's 5 rules or 40 rules, as long as I have rules to go by, I get shit done. Like that's
And so much of it is just judgment call, like who looks like they're here to instigate and cause trouble, and who's here to participate in the chat, or even I don't mind if people talk among each other in the chat as long as it's like about something and not just drama, like attacking each other, because people will come and then start doing all these accusations. Well, kind of like what was happening on your channel last night. But that's what I'm trying to not have here.
yeah, no, I think I told you when I saw you in chat, but I just want to make sure that I was restreaming somebody who was restreaming you just to
Banana.
play. Yeah, well,
Yeah.
I didn't want to say his name, but yeah.
Oh, sorry.
But
I didn't
no,
really
no,
want to either.
it's up to you. No, but out of defense, because I figured I was on your panel that he was restreaming, so I figured, well, that's fair game. I'm going to restream that.
Oh, you're cutting out or getting
Oh,
muffled.
I just said because he was restreaming your channel and a panel that I was on, I figured it's fair game for me to
Yeah,
restream.
because he don't have his own content. That's I don't care if people restream me. But like the chat was a bunch of people going at each other and accusing, and it was like they were fighting out the drama in the chat, and where the chat became
Right.
like the live drama, and that's the kind of stuff I was trying to prevent here.
No, and no, my stream was going, the chat was going much faster than normal. I don't know how you do it, honestly. How do you run a panel? Like, you're on panel, you're on camera,
I
and
think it's because I've done AOL for so long. I think my brain is wired to pay attention to really fast moving text while
Multitask.
doing other things.
Yeah, multitasking, all that kind of stuff. I wouldn't be able to do it at this point.
yeah, like Mike said the other day where he was saying something about being on panel and modding, and I realized that it's next to impossible for
It
me
is
to
hard, yeah. It is a
do
challenge.
tag
And
and
honestly, I'd rather people focus on just modding the chat or focus on just being so having that dual role. If someone's on panel and they have a wrench, don't feel obligated to mod as long as there's people in the chat that
that's
can
fair.
focus on just the chat.
And I had been pretty good in the past by doing, because I have 2 monitors. If I'm fully loaded, I have 2 monitors going. I can do it, but what I noticed a lot of time is I'd be quiet for like 15 minutes on panels because I was doing mod work. And then
Oh,
people are like,
yeah.
Spike, you there? I'm asking you something. I'm like, no, I didn't hear you. I was
Oh,
reading. I only have 2 hemispheres in my brain. I need a third.
yeah. The mods only need to mod when they're not on panel. If they're on panel, they can step out of the
Whoa!
mod role.
No, that's
That-
that's
Because mostly it's chat modding. So
no,
if you're
that's
on
and that's.
panel,
I guess maybe we didn't email. We didn't email much, but that's what I'm saying is like when I know that there's rules, it's very easy for me to rock rules. Even with jobs, like I've been my own boss for 8 years, and I sort of hate it. I kind of want a boss to give me
oh,
rules. Yeah,
like
I've,
to like give you that structure.
yeah. I was talking to my sisters the other day, and I'm like, working for yourself, it's really easy to play hooky at work. It's really easy to, I think I want maybe that's the masochist in me, or whatever the
Look
sadist.
for a
But
daddy. Well, that does help because I benefit from the same thing. But also, if the work is like if I'm passionate about it, if it's like part of my core being, that tends to drive me forward anyway. So usually I use that. I just like the streaming or whatever I'm into. If I'm passionate enough about it, I could put in enough hours on just off of the passion alone that the
I,
structure usually, I guess, becomes less relevant.
I think it's also the artistic, not autistic, but the artistic brain. Like when somebody says, "Hey, can you draw me a flamingo?" Or paint, because I love to paint. If I just have a blank canvas, I'm gonna paint whatever the heck is going on in my brain, which could be completely abstract and crazy looking.
Yeah.
But if somebody says, "Hey, I want a flamingo," or "I want an ostrich," or whatever it is, then I have a little bit of a boundary of what I'm going to paint.
And that helps you to have that like
So yeah,
direction.
sometimes. I mean, don't get me wrong. I love freestyling, just doing whatever I do on a canvas. But when somebody wants a project done or something, and they just say, "Well, do whatever you're feeling," it's like, no, 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 no. I need a little bit
And they're
of.
gonna pay you for it. Like
I've been paid.
do
If
whatever you feel and I'll buy it.
I used to, like I was telling, was it Busy,
Oh yeah,
blind
Blizzy.
blind guy?
Hmm.
I used to do that on Fiverr. You need a logo, you need a design. I'll do something for like $20, set my own price. Takes me 10 minutes. It's a good way to make $20. I used to do that about 8 years ago a lot. It's a good way to make. I mean, I wasn't hoeing enough on that website, but if somebody was really doing it full time, you can make tons of money if you're really doing it. But I was doing it more like an hour here and there, like maybe 5 hours a week here and there, just making a couple bucks on the side. Trying to get my portfolio together.
Do you have it together now? Like
Kinda, yeah.
have you gotten there?
I have books. I don't do digital art. I do everything by pen and ink.
What is your like goal? Are you just trying to get more clients at this point, or do you have some larger like professional goal you're aiming for?
Well, I'm doing things like licensing my music nowadays.
Oh wow.
I grew up as a visual artist. I'm supposed to, if you were to ask anybody when I was 10 years old, I'm supposed to be an animator, a cartoonist, a painter. But then I hit high school and I became a music guy.
What instruments you play?
Well, I'm a vocalist, I'm a songwriter, and I'm not going to try and pretend I can record I can record a bass, I can record on the keys or drum machines, but
Yeah,
I'm not a musician.
but yeah, you write the songs. That's pretty cool, though. Man, I got some nose hairs. Oh my god.
Is it like you talking about like audio workstation?
Is that a computer program?
Yeah.
No,
Well, it's the generic name for the music software. You create using the software, not necessarily the instruments.
no, actually that's probably why I'm set back because I grew up, well, we all grew up, in the analog era. So,
Yeah.
well, I'm going to bore you in a minute, but what I basically do is I'll take electronic instruments or even, you know, acoustic instruments, but I'll record them, I'll mic them up, and I'll record to uh, like 2-inch tape or quarter-inch tape. And then to fit this world of 2024, I'll then pay a guy to run it through Pro Tools and turn it into a digital. So basically, it's an extra
They
step.
used to have a I had one. You attach it to your computer and you can upload tapes into the computer and it turns it into a digital file.
That's true. Yes, I had one of those for a
Yeah.
minute too. And vinyl. There's record players that you can do it
Yeah.
too.
And so you get a Pro Tools file and then you just kind of manipulate the Pro Tools file from there.
Well, so I'll take my tracks, which will be recorded to tape, to like reel to reel. I'll take my tracks to somebody who can transpose them into digital format, and then he'll be the I'm a great backseat driver in the studio. Basically, he'll be at the keyboard doing all the stuff, and I'll be like, no, let's move the bass up there. You know,
Oh yeah.
let's quantize that beat right there, or add a
Kind of
high.
engineered production.
Hey guys, I gotta hop off. I got a phone call I gotta take.
Okay, take care, Busker. We'll see
Later,
you.
bro.
Good to see you guys.
And then there were two.
But then, okay, like so, before you make the Pro Tools file, you're composing on like guitar, keyboard, etc.
Yeah, like so all of my songs. This is funny because this is something that came up about 2 years ago with a master pianist. But that who should not be named. But I record everything off of a computer. So all my songs on like YouTube. There's only ones like I make hip hop music or hip hop in that genre, but I've only used a sample like twice in my life. I don't use samples. I don't take other people's music.
So it's all your sounds.
Right. So I record it very traditionally. Like bass drum sometimes can be just a cardboard box mic'd up funny. You know. I use guitar pedals with my microphones. Like I'm a weirdo when it
I
comes
love
to
that stuff though.
right. So it's hard to sort of imitate live, but that's something that I've done is I'll take my music, then I'll come to professional studio musicians, and then well, to be less abstract or vague about it, one time I had this song called Sedation, and it was basically inspired by the song Sedated. I wanna be sedated.
Remote.
It was a song that I recorded in a studio with analog instruments, amplifiers, microphones, and it was pretty good. It was good. Probably one of my better songs as far as that album went or that record. But then I took it to a bunch of musicians, and within 3 hours, it was a 5-piece band. The band was playing my music, which had never been played by a band before. It was just something that came out of me and my friend's head as far as recording it to 2-inch tape and looping beats, the old fashioned way, like literally like taping tape together.
How do we find you? You have a Bandcamp or SoundCloud?
I do have a SoundCloud, but it's kind of old. I was just going
Is
through
it
it.
better to just get it off your channel?
Yeah, like what I've been doing in the last 2 years of YouTubing was I share on my page, I think I have like 6 songs maybe. But I've kept a lot of my stuff off of YouTube for various reasons. But I was signed.
Songs by Spike. Yeah, I got it.
I was signed to Atlantic in 2002, so a lot of my stuff has copyright restrictions, which was sort of controversial as far as me playing it for YouTubers for free.
Did you put out anything under Atlantic? Did they release anything for you?
No, that's part of the controversy. You're gonna love the reason why I got shelved. So Well, I was in the recording studio. Not well, I was, but they were finalizing the mixes. So basically, I wasn't needed. I was just sitting in the green room all the time. And I left to go volunteer at an autism camp. True story. I've told it before. I'm not making it up. But that's part of who I was. So I felt, and I didn't just disappear. I let them know, like, hey, I'm going to go do this thing I do every year. And so every year I'd have like 3 weeks where I'd basically just escape Los Angeles and be up in the mountains. And this was 1 week I was gone. And when I came back, they were screaming at me that I breached contract, that I abandoned my project. But the truth of the matter was I was sitting in the green room playing Snoop Dogg's PlayStation. Like he was literally in the studio before me. He left his PlayStation because he was that rich. I was playing PlayStation every day in the studio. Like they didn't need me. It was the producers that were working, not me. So I said, hey, I'm gonna go do this volunteer work I do. And I argued when I got back that this is the artist that you signed. This is my character. This is who I am. This is what I do. And they were arguing that I breached the contract and they shelved my record. They just shelved me. They didn't want anything.
Did they even finish producing it?
Most of it, no. They finished 2 of the songs with a low budget producer in a garage somewhere. They just took my music. Because, I don't agree with what all had happened to me, but basically it's a lot of money per day to be in this studio. I was in Can-Am Studios, which is a pretty big studio out here. And they were paying a lot of money, and they just, at that point, said, instead of paying X amount per day, we're going to take Spike out, and we're going to pay X amount for the rest of the project. And then they basically, the mixes are still pretty good. They could have been better, but they shelved me. And
So
under
did they
contract,
think like they were expecting you to be in the studio for the money that they were putting?
yeah, but and the thing is that really for like 4 of those days, I was really doing nothing but hanging outside, smoking joints, and playing PlayStation. Like they really didn't need me. Even when I would try and hang out, they'd be like, "Get out of here! You're not supposed to be in here," because I'd be saying, "Oh no, turn my vocal up," and they're like, "You don't know what you're doing. You're just an artist." So they didn't want me around.
They were paying you to be around for when they did need you.
Well, yeah, yes. On their side of it, I should have been around just in case they.
Unless they gave you, like when you said, "Hey, I'm going to this autism thing," did they say, "Okay, fine, we'll see you in 4 days"?
Sort of, yeah. Maybe I didn't.
Then
ask
if they
them
cleared you, they can't complain.
I think what it was is that I was cleared by my A&R rep and not the actual executives of the label.
I would have made them fight it out.
Yeah, I didn't. I don't know. I went into shell shock mode. So part of my contract wasn't I wasn't even allowed to use my name for 7 years. They owned everything of me for 7 years after that.
Oh my God.
Yeah, no, I went into depression mode. I changed my name musically. I did a bunch of other projects, but I wasn't even allowed to go by my own name.
Do you have it now?
Technically, yes, I think. Okay. I haven't talked to a lawyer, but... But, no, even if I had passed away in that 7-year period, they would take over ownership of everything I've done artistically. The contract was written definitely, they knew what they were doing.
Did you have a lawyer go over it?
I actually did. I had, oh gosh, it's PTSD right now. I had, David Lynch's lawyer actually went over it for me.
No way.
Yeah. And they...
Well, maybe that's why it was David Lynch's lawyer.
I remember vaguely, it was a long time ago, but I remember them saying that there are a lot of crazy written clauses in there, such as...
Yeah, I wouldn't sign it. I don't know if I would sign a contract that David Lynch's lawyer said, this is the one.
Yeah, no, I think I was too eager. I think I was just ready, because it had taken me a couple years longer than it was supposed to in the perfect world. So I think I just wanted to sign it, have a big label. It wasn't the label I would prefer, But I mean, it was right at the time when we were all learning that labels don't matter anyway.
Oh yeah,
Like
because the
they had
indie scene
even
had been around for a while. If you could work it.
yeah, they had offered me two different offers as far as my record deal goes. And one of them was the traditional record deal where you'd have a CD with a CD cover and the stuff you can buy at the store. And the other deal was this digital idea where they'd be able to stream my music across the world, but I wouldn't have the physical, tangible CDs and stuff. Well, I took the tangible CD idea.
What year
It's
was
sort of
this?
like, yeah, it was a bad idea. I didn't realize that music streaming was going to be as huge as it's become in the last decade.
What year was this?
It was about 14 years ago, right around
So like
2010,
2010.
right around that, yeah.
Yeah, I just popped in to say, Spike, like, I'm amazed at how fucked up that is. It's stuff like that is why people hate the system.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, but the system was like a disconnect between the A&R rep and upper management. So like I would have still had the system fight it out before I accepted the outcome. So sometimes
he-
you have to like jiggle the system a bit.
Yeah, maybe, but
Advocacy, self-advocacy.
Because back then it had already been about a decade. I was definitely established in the world of working with kids. Like that's the guy they signed. It was not a surprise to them. So I thought, okay, well, our artist is gonna go do something humane and beautiful and sweet. But I came back to screaming. It was crazy.
But they cleared you. That's the thing with like it was it ambiguous that you were going
It
off?
was. It was. I mean, if I'm gonna be very fair about it, it was probably ambiguous about. Not that I was leaving for a week, but I probably. This is a bad example, but when you ask your mom if you can have the candy because she's the nice one, but your dad will be pissed, kind of thing.
Oh, so you
So
knew if you asked the other,
right, I
you would
think
not have been cleared.
if I'm being 100% honest, which I'm a very much a warrior of honesty, I probably asked the mom kind of thing, if I were to be honest about what happened. And I probably knew the dad would be mad, but I didn't know dad would kick me out of the house and shelve my music and all my clothes and kick my suitcases.
But then even to me, even mom clearing you should be enough.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe she wasn't my real mom. Maybe she was my stepmom all along. I don't
Like
know.
that's what I would have told him. Well, so and so cleared me. Like, don't don't come at me. I got cleared for this.
Well, I will tell you that 2 years later, I was at Johnny Depp's club out here in Hollywood. I think
Was
it
that
was.
the Viper Room?
I think it was Viper. It might have been Viper Room. It could have been the Rock. I don't remember, but I did see that A&R person who seemed to no longer be working. So maybe they did get the boot.
Oh, like he too. Like that was part of his fuck up too.
Yeah, he was actually waiting in line for the concert that I was going to see, and I'm like, if you're waiting in line, you're not where you used to be 2 years ago, buddy. A&Rs
Okay,
don't
yeah.
wait in
Now it's
line.
starting to make a little more sense.
Hey, Joe, didn't I hear that? Weren't you supposed to be going on a date tonight? One of the matches?
How did it morph into him going on a date?
because people want me to succeed, I guess. No, I was going to do trivia with a friend of mine.
No, okay.
Yeah, and maybe there would be women there. And there were technically, but it didn't seem like very approachable women. So I don't know how often we'll go there. The main idea going there actually was to potentially meet some, to network with some potential business partners for a business idea that we have. So,
Well, did that get accomplished at least?
maybe he kind of wanted to feel the scene out, and there is some potential there. So we might go a couple more times. It's mostly the business is mostly his brainchild, and he's just including me because I guess he thinks I'm reasonably intelligent and I'm young, and he is not young. So that's it's probably about as deep as it gets.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but no,
How
I
good are
think
you
it'll
in
be cool.
trivia? Are you pretty good at trivia?
It depends on the categories. If they ask things about like football teams and stuff like that, I'm like a guy with no arms or legs. But um,
Oh,
if it's
that's
like a
when you need
geography
somebody like
question or a history question, yeah, then I'll do pretty well.
nice. That's where someone like Mike or me helps with the football stuff.
Yeah, and it's just the two of us. So like everyone else has teams of like 5, 6, maybe more, and so they're like the odds that they have somebody who knows the answer is better. It's hard for us to win when it's just the two of us and our our limited circles of competence.
So it was a 2-man team. That's it.
Yeah, we don't have anyone else in our group.
And then who? How did you get beat though?
The other teams just got more questions right. Like we got to like the 6th round and we just realized we were so behind we had no path to victory. So we
So
pulled an
they knew
RFK
more.
and got out. Yeah.
Oh, that just
So yeah,
that's a smart town.
Was the trivia at a bar?
it was like at this in this like very gentrified kind of bar restaurant courtyard place,
Okay.
where there's like a lot of, I would say, it's in this part of town where all the jobs there, probably the wage for like the entry level positions is $60K, and it just goes up from there. So these are like all college educated people. Probably, in fact, a majority of them have a master's
Oh,
or higher. So like the other bar we go to, we'll be going there tomorrow as well, is just a more normal bar downtown. So it's like basically a mixture of locals and the college students. And it's a bar with a lot less airs put on, I'll say.
do I
My
remember
opinion,
correctly? You're not much of a drinker, right?
I don't drink at all. No, I'm a teetotaler.
Me neither. That's why I've done bar karaoke before, and they always want me on their team because as the night goes on, everybody's a little slower with their answers. But when you're sober, it's like ding, ding, ding. You're ringing the button. You're raising your hand
Right.
real quick.
That's a good
We-
strategy.
Yeah, we would do groups of 4, and I'd usually be the sober one in the 4. So, I mean, the other 3 would know the answers, but they'd just be slow about it because they're thinking about the next whiskey that they're ordering.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, short answer is no. There was no date tonight.
Samesies.
Yeah, so bar
Oh,
trivia
were you
again
trying
tomorrow.
to date too?
No,
I
no.
mean, maybe Spike's trying to date. Are you?
I'm not against it, but I had no plans tonight.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
But are you strategically trying to meet women or like put yourself in situations to increase the likelihood?
No, I'm pretty good right now. I think I might still have PTSD from the last lady. I think I'm
Oh
okay.
Lord. How long was that? I mean, how long ago was that?
A couple years ago,
Oh, okay.
but no, I'm sort of being silly, but no, I'm
No,
not.
it's a real thing. I definitely have it from it's a real thing.
I had I went less than a month, probably in the last 15 years, single. I just went from not on purpose, but it just happened to be like break up with one lady and then there's another one. Well,
Oh.
arguably the last one who I nicknamed her Monster. I think she swooped in on purpose because she knew me while I was dating the previous lady. And I think that as soon as I think that she was actually manipulating things for months. I won't reveal too much of my shit, but she was catfishing me. She worked with me, and she was catfishing. She was trolling me through like Facebook or something. She was trying to figure out things about me as a fake person. She was a
And
monster.
you didn't know this was your coworker the whole time?
No, I didn't
That's
know.
like baby
until-
reindeer creepy.
I didn't know till 5 years into our relationship. No, that's how good she was. She was a fucking pardon the expression. No, she was slick.
Wow.
No, she was a monster.
I thought it was like an affectionate little nickname. Now I see why.
No,
you call her Monster.
and she was a tiny little thing, 5'2", 120, like tiny little gal. But her spirit was a 500-pound green monster
Oh my
with
god.
horns and claws. No, she was don't let the smile fool you kind of thing. Yeah.
Hmm. Yeah, I've had a few demon lovers myself.
Well, you're asking for it when you're wearing horns, bro.
Yeah, I know. Now I am. I wasn't at the time. I got it anyway. That's what I attract.
If you're gonna do merch, you have to sell horns,
I
and you
need,
have.
I need a marketer or look, here's the deal. I don't know how to make money. If somebody knows how to help me make money, help yourself to help in the process. If like help both of us and get your cut. That's what I need. I need people who can help monetize and then also get their cut.
I'm not a marketer. I'm just a capital allocator. So I've already talked to you about that. So I wish I could come up with more ways to make money beyond that.
Well,
Yeah.
he's a good partner in the back office for sure.
Yeah, that's what I need, like partners, collaborators. Because I have part of the skill, but I don't have the complete skill. And I need to collaborate with people who do. And then
Well,
we can all, like, benefit.
I I have thought a bit about it. Yeah. So I mean, collaborating if other people are streaming is a form of marketing, right? Like when people promote each other's channels and
Hmm.
things like that. And you want your channel to be about men's like support and mental health and self-development. And um and you draw on your background as a peer counselor to do that. Um and as a and also on your personal experiences as a just a
Yeah,
man with
and
years
that's
on the
kind of
scale.
tied together because peer counseling
Yeah.
is based on your personal experience.
Yes. And so you also know, what are the domains of your knowledge and expertise and where they aren't.
Hmm.
What you can be is sort of like a nucleus of accretion for other people who could
Yeah, I've been called a
support
node
that.
before. That,
So like you I think part of maybe why you see um value in having me on the panel and collaborating with me is that um finance and investing is one thing that can help. I mean, we talked about it before in the previous panel, right? Is like a really autistic person who's just gonna put their foot in their mouth all the time in their careers and get exiled by their coworkers. Um, if they're good at investing, for example, they don't really need to be
yeah,
good, have people skills, right? When you put in a trade order, it doesn't care about how your facial expressions are when you do it. When you're researching the stock, right? Um, the information in the financial report isn't going to change because of what you're doing with your hands, right? It's
right.
it's it's the same either way. All you have to do is make good logical decisions, and so and then just have good personal finances so that you have the extra money to do that. So like that's something where what men, whether they're autistic or whether they have those traditional male behaviors that alienate them in more feminine workplaces
Or
can
both.
be can excel. And then there are probably other things that aren't necessarily financial, that if they're connected to you and like these webs of benevolence that you're spinning, could all uh
Satanic benevolence.
that's right. It's like what are all the points of the pentagram, right? That come together for human flourishing. That's the the way to look at it. So um yeah, I think there's
Now it's
something to
finding the
that.
people that need that can benefit from that, and
Yeah.
hooking up our
So
powers.
maybe I start streaming more about stocks and investing, right? And like I'll talk about culture war stuff on here because it's always mildly interesting. But like I won't necessarily do that on my stream. But maybe I'll say, hey, if you're here from Jeff's stream, whatever the normal price is for something, 20% off, right? Um, kind of thing. So let's say I do an engagement thing, like whatever it is, $5 if we're gonna do this during the stream, and someone tips $5. If you're a Jeff subscriber, you can do it for $4, right? Kind of thing. that sort
Oh,
of networking stuff,
yeah,
right? That's
yeah, the
just an idea.
networking.
And then maybe there's a guy who is maybe he's a naturist, right? So maybe he's someone who like goes out and does camping. He can then do survival stuff. Kind of teach people to be more handy, right, in the outdoors. And maybe that's a void he fills. Although you wear enough flannel that maybe that is you too, Jeff.
And I keep forgetting to promote my own services as well. But I
Yeah.
have a YouTube rate if you have need of like individual one-on-one sessions with me. You can go through my website, and I will give you a. If
I
you're
think what
from
you
here,
need
just tell
is
me your
like
screen name, and I'll give you a YouTube discount.
it's like something in the side that like basically says, here are the things I do. Like something in the side of the stream.
Yeah.
It's like personal sessions, like here's the rate, and it's just always there on the
Oh,
side so
like some
people
kind
can
of
always see it.
overlay that I display now
Yeah.
and then, like a
Or
menu.
it could be like you know how we have these rectangles that are where our faces are? Maybe there could be something on the side, like or in the
Yeah,
corner.
StreamYard lets you do overlays where you can do something like that.
Okay. So it's not an overlay that subsumes the whole screen. It could be like
Right.
a
You
little
can
thing.
make them. You can position
Yeah.
them however you want.
Yeah. I mean,
You
you've
know,
got
it'd
that
be a
running.
good,
Uh,
it'd be a good uh, merger between both the investing and the mental health world is the correlation between wealth and mental health. Like that would be an
mhm.
interesting.
Well, entrepreneurship is one of the paths to self-empowerment, and that's the piece I think that Joe has a particular eye for. So if we can somehow merge the idea of entrepreneurship, self-employment, investing, etc., as means of self-empowerment, that you take that self-empowerment and you use it to like on your path to wealth.
Well, yeah, and what I like about like what I currently do is, um, I'd say optimistically, I make about half of what I was when I had a normal 9 to 5 job in terms of like what my income is, what my cash flow situation is, right? It's still plenty for what my expenses are. Um, and so, but what I gain, even though there's that smaller income, is I have complete control of my day every day. Like there's very little nailing me. I can pursue certain opportunities I would have never been able to pursue until like, maybe I was a 60 something retiree, assuming, I make it that far. It's not a guarantee that I would. So in which case I'd just be wasting my life. Um, and so that's the thing that opens up. And there's a lot of more optimism and self-confidence and self-belief that
And you get
happens.
mental health and you get
Mhm.
autonomy and self-determination too, which is what this channel is here to support.
Yeah,
So
like
it ties in.
I remember my father was trying to give me advice once about this was um during the last job I had, and his advice to me was keep your head down. Um and
Okay.
and I know why my father said that because he had to navigate a bunch of office politics throughout his career um as the like primary breadwinner for our family, right? But I think I'm not married, I don't have kids, I'm not letting anybody down if I lose a job because I didn't keep my head down, right? And then I thought even if that were the case, I would not want to work in a place I would not want to run a business where people's strategy, like my employees' strategy for getting through the day is to keep their heads down. I would want my employees to walk tall when they work for me. And it's a bad, like it says long term what you're likely to get from that workplace if you have to keep your head down. It's
Hmm.
a bad place to work. It will drive you crazy. You're like you one, if you're keeping your head down, like you're probably going to get picked off. Like there's a reason you're keeping your head down. So you're not even going to get the money long term. Why stress yourself? Make an exit plan, get out. And that's what I did.
Oh, you were keeping your head down at your job?
Well, no, it's just like when my father said that's his job. I mean, that's the
Oh.
strategy. I said, I don't want to do that strategy. That's a lousy way to live. I would never
Yeah, I
tell, like,
agree. I've
imagine
never been
living in
good at it.
America.
I got antlers
Like
on.
I'm named after my grandfather. Okay. So my father named me after his father. His father was in World War II, fought the Nazis in France. Imagine, fighting fascism in France and defeating them and liberating Europe so that your grandson can spend his life keeping his head down. Like, what's the point of being in America if that's the case? I would never want to put that on anybody.
We
So
didn't grow up with that. Like, I don't know where. I don't know if it's generational or cultural or what. But this keep your head down thing was definitely not a thing for us.
yeah, that's a newer thing. Keep your head down. That is a newer thing, and um, like it's so contradictory to what
I've
I
never
was
even
dealing
heard
with.
that.
I've heard it more often. I've heard more people saying "keep your head down" as like life advice.
Chin up, Wilbur.
Yeah, keep your head up. Heads up. Yeah, I've
Heads
always.
up.
In fact, that's something I say probably too often is keep your chin up, man. And like when somebody's
Chin
going
up,
through a rough day, I'm like,
chin up.
dude, keep your
Put
chin up.
on a happy face.
Anyway, fellas, I'm gonna go. It's time for Spiker to cook some dinner over here. Late
That
night
sounds
dinner.
good. I might do the same thing. Well, thanks for hanging out. It's cool.
Yeah, thanks for having me. Joe,
Yeah.
take care. Good luck on your Tinder date tomorrow. Just kidding. I'm just kidding. Just
Haha,
kidding.
thank you. Maybe I'll get a match between now and tomorrow, but we'll
Oh
see.
yeah, you could update us.
Yeah, right?
I
Content.
always could. It's possible. Hey, girl, you do anything
Your
tonight?
dating life is now content.
Make sure
Yeah.
you put mini golf and trivia on your bio, bro.
What do you have as your interest besides stocks?
All right.
Um,
Thanks for entertaining me,
I
guys.
have
See
to
you later.
reach
Take
for my
care.
phone on the charger.
Oh, okay. Yeah, no, you could update us tomorrow. I'm gonna
Yeah.
probably wind it down.
Yeah. Okay. Cool.
Get an early night.
Yeah. Nothing wrong with that. I've been staying up too late. I've been missing sleep because I get
I know. They call
immersed
it
in-
digital drug addiction.
Yeah.
In fact, Bex is gonna come on one day and do. She's kind of working on a project to help with that. And she's gonna come on and talk all about it soon.
Well, I mean, some of the conversations here are actually pretty fascinating.
Because we may have
like,
to start like a little 12-step program along with this if people are gonna become I'm trying to turn I know it's an addiction. AOL was also an addiction. I'm trying to turn it into something positive. If it's gonna be an addiction, at least like help people get a benefit out of it.
Well, I also just came back, so it's like, to me, it's sort of like, oh, what's Jeff doing? Let's catch up with this stuff, and I'll probably get into like, a week or two, more of a rhythm of like just popping in once or twice a week kind of thing.
And I like the idea of like you having your channel with your niche and your stocks,
Yeah.
and then having this be the channel where you can come and like take a break from that and talk about the stuff that you wouldn't want to talk. There are several people that do that. They use my channel for stuff that they necessarily wouldn't talk about on their channel, and that's fine.
Exactly, and that's how you are the nucleus of the men's support.
I am happy to be that. That could be
That's
my
right.
contribution.
There you go. It'll make things happen. If we're all in one place, if all the doers are in one place, and that place is here, things will happen.
You said the magic word, the doers. Because so
Yes.
far all it's been attracting is dreamers. You're like one of the first doers that have shown up. I think that is what I'm reacting to. Finally, a
Mhm.
doer.
Yes, exactly. All right. Well, I'm gonna head out, Jeff. It's good talking. Spike, if you're still here and you're listening, I hope things continue to go better for you.
Take care. Have a good night.
You know.
Talk to you later. All right. I think that was pretty good. So I'm going to wind it down and go probably go listen to punk, actually. I'm in that mood. All right. I'll be around. Whatever. See you then. Take care, everybody. Let's see if I do this.